Good morning. Wonky lampshade. Just noticed that again. Let's sort this out. So, just about to start our morning sessions and wanted to touch on something called the chain method that might help. And it's something that has kind of come up a lot in some of the Q&As we had, some of the podcasts we've had with Dr. Adam Bibby. We had one yesterday with Richard Tully, which you may have seen. But the key thing with the chain method is actually really coming from that progress perfection mindset. So when you're trying to change something, whether that's, let's say today you go, right, today is the day. I know it's a Saturday, so maybe not today, maybe you'll start Monday. You know how it is. Morning, Julie. Let's say you start Monday and you're like, or today, and you're like, right, I'm going to eat healthy today. I'm not going to snack on that. I'm going to exercise. We get into that mindset of, I'm going to do that. But then because our awareness is on it, sometimes we notice the little perceived failures more. So those perceived failures are noticed more. So it's almost like you beat yourself up more and think, I can't do it. But what the chain method allows you to do is actually essentially as simple as you could literally do 7 squares for every day of the week. Say you were trying to comfort eat less. You had that in the kitchen. You could even write the benefits of not comfort eating, the drawbacks and benefits of comfort eating. So your awareness is on it. Every day that you don't do it, mark it off, give it a tick. Every day you do it, leave it, put a cross. Now you'll notice that before, people say, I was doing it every day. I was comfort eating every day. And they're like, I was comfort eating every day. It was just da-da-da. Then they're like, I haven't done it for 3 days. Then I did it yesterday. I'm rubbish. I can't do it. But yet they've done 3 days without it. Yet last week they did 7. And it sounds really simple, but when you've got that data in front of you, you're able to make a rational decision rather than that emotion-filled decision that's expecting perfection. And it's almost like we then question ourselves, and that's exhausting. And I get that. Something I'm doing with sleep at the moment, to get to bed by 10 p.m. If I can get to bed by 10 p.m, tick. If not, I don't tick it. And I think sometimes it's good to do it with a positive habit, so something you are doing. So let's say it's exercise. Every day you exercise, put a tick on it. Now, the cool thing about this is eventually that chain starts to link. So you'll see a trend if your attention's on it. You'll see a trend. So it's like, tick, I've done it today. Tick, I've done it. Or I haven't done it today, but actually, if I look on last week, or if I look when I first started a month ago, I wasn't doing anything. So even if I've done 3 out of 7 this week, well, I'm still 300% better than I was a month ago. And that quick little switch in your brain can help you stop beating yourself up and actually just going, I'm doing okay. And that can keep that chain going. Because you remember, when you start something positive, when you start to make a change, you're going to notice, because your attention's on what you're doing, you're going to notice anything you do perceived not perfectly more. So just know that. Let's say you go for a workout, you didn't feel like you did as well as you did yesterday. That's fine, you still did it. You're just noticing it more because you did well yesterday and your attention's on it, it's important to you. That's good. Come back tomorrow and say, I still did it, even though maybe I wasn't feeling 100%. Don't beat yourself up too much. But I hope that helps. And something I'm doing with sleep at the moment, because obviously sleep is so important. Like, it kind of backs up all of this. Like, we talk about intermittent fasting, keto diets, low carb, high carb, sweet potatoes, white potatoes. But actually, when underlying this, snacking, all that is, are we getting enough sleep? Are we being strict with ourselves to get to bed at a certain time, which actually makes all these things that are exhausting the next day, snacking, all the things we beat ourselves up for, a lot easier. And it's not just that. Your immune system, your body repairs when you sleep. I know there's a lot of complications like shift work, and then you might want to look at blackout curtains, making sure your bedroom is really cool. Doing something to lower your body temperature before, like having a bath. Keeping your meals as steady as you can in shift work. I know some of the ladies say about hot flushes, menopause. Obviously, I'm not going to advise on medications or anything like that, but speak to your GP about that. There's a few things you could do that's worth a try, like soya yogurt, omega-3, linseed, flaxseed. They might help. They're not going to do any harm, so could try them. So, and they're just nutritious foods anyway. Vitamin E, not to mention vitamin D can help with sleep as well. So a few things there that I went into sleep. It's because I attended a webinar yesterday, so I'm sleep is on the brain. Fortunately, not going to sleep, just sleep knowledge. So, full of it at the moment. If you have any questions on that, let me know. I have written a blog, which will be up soon on sleep, with kind of breaking down the nutritional things you can do, the hygiene things you can do in terms of sleep hygiene, which includes having a bath, actually. So, hygiene. Yeah, so hope that helps. Any questions, do let me know. And remember, chain method. Don't compare yourself to perfect. Don't compare yourself to best. Just compare yourself to where you were when you started. Sometimes it's good to just look back. We're always looking forward over here. We're currently here. We forget that when we were here, we would do anything to get here. But yet we're looking there and not reminding ourselves of where we are now, which is still a long way from there. There, here, there, done. So, hope that helps. Any questions, let me know. Make it a great day.